welcome to another exciting edition of the Ravens Flock.
Hello, everyone.
Woo!
It's been a long time, but we are here once more.
Especially in terms of internet time. Holy crap. 2 weeks is like a death sentence in the world of social media.
2 weeks is far too long for me, man. And you know what? I'm glad that we're back over here because, hey, this content ain't going to make itself.
Exactly.
Nope, I gotta make it.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you all for joining us for another glorious episode of the Ravens Flock. We've been gone for quite some time, but please don't call it a comeback. As the famous song says, we've been here for years.
Absolutely. I'm your host, Jose Casabona, also host of Wrestle Rewind. Joining me on my left, as always, the host of Los Amigos Play, the living id of the Ravens Flock, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. It is good to see you once more. Thank you.
I wonder what the Spanish translation would be for you to be the living id.
El
id viviente.
El id viviente.
El id viviente.
Id is one of those things that doesn't really have a translation. It's just, yeah.
I know, but it sounds, I don't know, it sounds marketable.
It sounds like a fucking recipe.
Do I have to make a t-shirt now?
Probably.
Yes. It sounds like a hot pot recipe. You want some id viviente with those chips?
Pásamelo aquí. Let me get some of that.
And joining me on my right is the host of the Black Files, the man behind the camera for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos that we produce on this channel every single week, Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you very much for the intro, and do not forget the Mr.
And yes, we are simulcasting as always on youtube.com/theravensflock and twitch.tv/theravensflock online. If you're watching from either platform, hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of the screen.
Point to Angel's knee.
Behold.
I can't. The bird is guarding the knee.
Once again, my leg carries the burden of this entire franchise's marketing. It's crazy, man. I'm going to have amazing legs when this is over.
Not anymore.
Never
the
skip
bird
leg
is
day.
censoring it.
Never
Fuck.
skip leg day.
And of course, leave your questions and comments during the time we're live. We'll be sure to answer all of them, whether they're related to what we're talking about or not. It don't matter because we enjoy talking with each and every one of you.
Thank you all for once again having the patience to deal with our enormous delay due to, well, real life. It gets in the way.
Hey, look,
If you haven't noticed, if you're probably sitting under a rock or whatever, or if you're actually not watching, but you're listening to us, which we appreciate, take a look at the background. We're not in the old studio anymore.
As you can see, we have traded our crappy-ass green screen for an even fancier red and gold screen.
That
I
wasn't
don't
a
know.
green screen.
that was a
Yes,
green
there
screen.
was. I saw it all the
That was
time.
a me screen. My head blended in with the wall.
Exactly. That's the point. Now, because of the awesome power of color contrast, his head has become a shining, glorious sun,
My head has become an actual head.
arising from the horizon to witness the vanquishing of the darkness as I enjoy
I don't
my
feel
eggs
like a
and bacon.
talking wall anymore. I don't feel like that one character from the season of Doctor Who with the Ninth Doctor. The lady who
Oh,
just,
God!
You know what I'm
Lady
talking about.
Cassandra.
Ass face.
Yeah.
Lady
Oh.
Cassandra, the last pure human.
Yeah, also known as ass face.
Nope, she
What was that
moisturized
skin made of?
Nope, that was the last piece of skin from her arm.
Anus.
Nope, arm.
I know, I'm being an
Butthole
asshole.
face.
No, it was arm.
Regardless
arm.
of the matter. See,
Moisturize me.
just like in the end of Evangelion, by sacrificing yourself from the white background that used to blend with the color of your skin, you have lost some of the camaraderie, but you have become an individual of your own because you have accepted that the pain of this world is a necessity as long as you are eventually able to find happiness.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Or
I know.
something like that. Just
Something.
don't get inside your mom. It's bad for your health.
Nah, it's okay. I don't want to get inside that. That's way too much thinking for me. But you know what? We're already showing it on the thumbnail. We are strapping a rocket right now. Let's go ahead and blast off into the freaking crazy ass multiverse because apparently we're not going to wait until Doctor Strange 2 for all this craziness to happen.
No, we're entering the multi-universe right now at the speed of spellcasting as we have received a wonderful, long-ass trailer for Spider-Man
No way
Way
home.
Home.
This is
Tom Holland's bizarre adventure continues.
This is the second trailer that has been released this week. The first trailer...
Wait. Oh, yeah. The first.
Yeah.
I was about
The
to say
first trailer was released some time ago, I believe. I'm trying to remember. I know we
Couple
covered it.
months
Yeah,
Couple,
a couple months back.
I'd say somewhere around the beginning of September. Give or
Yes,
take.
it's the beginning of September. We covered it before, and we've talked about how the trailer reveals how, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, he's public enemy number one throughout the entire frickin' world.
Spider-Man is a menace to society.
Thanks to the awesome power of J.K. Simmons, everybody has turned on our boy Tom Holland. So obviously, he's going to talk to the only person that can help him. Hey, mysterious sorcerer that can warp reality with a thought. Can you give me a hand here?
Excuse me while I sit in a comfy ass hoodie and still have the most sexy voice in all the MC.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
definitely.
Doctor
Benedict
Strange, it
Cumberbatch.
appears that Monster Reborn has been reband, and I need your.
Son, we've saved half of the universe together. I think you could skip calling me sir.
Oh, thank you. But can we handle this? We can handle this. 5 minutes later, it appears that we cannot in fact handle this.
And the last thing they revealed in the first trailer was a glimpse at two things. Number one, the grenade from the Green Goblin.
So we know who's coming.
And number two, Dr. Octopus returning, played by Alfred Molina.
Dr. Octopus,
who in my personal opinion is the #1 best Spider-Man movie villain of all time, and nobody could convince me otherwise.
There is some actors who are just made for the role, either because of the looks or their like actual acting, just simply slots them into that perfect mold. And Alfred Molina is, let's be honest, he was not even auditioning. He just showed up in the code and they went, okay, here's the tentacles, get to work.
Excuse me, my name's Alfred Molina.
Here's the tentacles, get to work.
What are you doing with those?
Here's the goddamn tentacles.
Why are you strapping this around
We actually
my waist?
contacted NASA. There's an entire small sun in the back of the place. You might want to fix that before we all burn to
What the
death.
hell is wrong with you people? I thought we were making a movie.
We are. Here's all the money in the world.
But
It's okay.
fine.
Listen,
I
we
guess
got
I'll be-
Marvel and Disney backing. Our funding has infinite zeros. We're good.
Yeah.
We did, in
but
fact,
this-
make a second sun.
the fuck?
And speaking
No,
of
that was
second,
back in 2002. That was
I
just,
know. We
that
made
was just
it.
the power
Alright,
of Sony
here
and
it
Columbia
is.
Pictures.
guys, and speaking of second, let's talk about this trailer
That's
and what we
right.
got out of it.
So, first off, if you thought we had bad guys,
Dun, dun, dun.
we have
Dun,
extra
dun,
bad
dun,
guys.
dun,
We
dun,
are
dun.
dropping the entire
Dun,
Sinister
dun,
Six
dun,
roster
dun.
right on your
Almost.
goddamn doorstep.
Almost, man.
Almost.
Who are we
There's
missing?
only 5 villains.
Who are we missing?
We have the Green Goblin,
Obviously played by
Willem
Mr.
Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. The Heart!
The heart was born first.
We attack his heart.
I didn't realize he
Dr.
was such a fan of
Octagonopus.
Bleach.
Dr.
Yep.
Octopus.
Dr. Octopus.
We
Doc
we
Ock.
have Mr. Sandman, Bring Me Your Dreams.
Apparently, we're not sure if it's still what's his name?
I hope it is.
What's
Thomas
his name?
Hayden
Thomas
Church.
Hayden Church.
Because,
thank you.
okay, we know that at the end of the third movie, he turned good and left. Can you imagine if he came back and he surprised us with a face heel turn at the end?
That would be
That would be
evil.
cool.
That'd be cool.
Returning in an upgrade, Jamie Foxx as Electro instead of the frickin-
Looking a lot better than his amazing Spider-Man
lot
incarnation.
better. Fuck that scuba black suit that he was
But he was
wearing.
blue da bundi da bunda.
No. Oh, no, this is even better. You know why? You could tell that this Electro is really from New York. You know
Yeah.
why?
Because he's dressed like a thug?
No.
Oh,
Better.
why?
You're rocking them Timbs.
Oh, shit. What
Ah.
are those?
Them
But yes.
Timbs
Nice.
But
is
for
what's
real,
up.
though, props
No.
to the designers for making his star-shaped mask actually look
As like
proper
part of the
feeling of the
electrical thing.
character.
It's not
That-
even really a mask. It's just like as he's charging up and using his
He
electrical
looks like
power.
a star. Fun
Yeah, I
fact,
know.
they did something
No.
similar in the game by making scars on his face.
And the lizard from Amazing Spider-Man 1
Who was played by Rise Ifans.
Yep.
apparently is back and still naked, apparently.
Here being punched by solid air.
That's only in the international trailer.
I
what
know.
you're talking
Okay, so no, we might as well tell them. In the international trailer, we see this really cool moment of all the bad guys jumping in the air, and poor Lizard just gets clocked by an invisible fist.
You see going forward, and then
Wait, what if we get fucked by this? What if it's actually Ant-Man?
that'd be fucking hilarious.
would
Dude,
Hey,
can
kid.
you imagine?
I heard you need some help.
I hear you're doing
I think
Kamen
we
Rider.
insects could. I figure we insects could stick together.
I'm an
Spiders
arachnid.
are arachnids.
Close
Same
enough.
difference.
Close enough.
Listen, Kamen Rider's first bad guy was called literally Supaido-Man. Don't fuck
The
with me.
harbinger of death. Supaidaman.
The emissary of...
The emissary of hell.
Bro, what if that one shows up?
Supaidaman. What the fuck? That'd be
I
dope.
That would be insane.
That'd be fucking
Okay,
insane.
so right now, the
Oh.
only one we're missing is Vulture, who is currently in jail.
Who's currently in jail. I don't know if he's going to be coming back in the third movie.
There's,
I hope he
there's
does.
Vulture. It could be Mysterio coming back from the dead.
Isn't he kind of perforated?
Also,
kinda mort.
Also, there's a spoiler, by the way,
oh.
for
If it's a trailer... is
Venom.
it-
Let There Be Carnage.
Oh, yes. The events of the end of Venom 2 basically
Somehow
ensure that this guy's going to show up here in some way,
shenanigan
shape, or
him
form.
into the MCU.
Yeah.
Hopefully played by
maybe-
Tom
Mind
Hardy
you-
and not played by Topher Grace.
No,
But
maybe,
to be fair, though,
maybe.
this Venom is clearly trying to do his best to be a hero. So he
And-
might not likely... You know
It'd
what?
be
He might not
funny
be an
if he sh-
antagonist.
It'd be funny if he did show up, and he actually showed up to help Spider-Man out.
That would be amazing.
Hey.
And like, okay, one little thing that I have as a minor headcanon: Sony, Marvel, Disney. If you guys do this, send me a check. And I'm telling you now. You know how Venom's got the white veins on him? He doesn't have the
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
not yet.
No, if he actually teams up with the Spider-Man,
could create
no,
it.
he'd be like,
I want a logo, Eddie.
What the hell you mean you want
It
a logo?
looks so
They
cool.
have a
Eddie.
logo. I want a logo.
It's for
And
Mark.
he just uses the morphing and
He
morphs
could.
his veins into
He could.
big white venom emblem.
Eddie, you don't understand. The one thing more powerful than heroes is marketing.
I mean, he could. This okay. Let's be honest. This Venom is a little
Come
rough
on,
around the
Eddie.
edges,
You
but he's
want-
a very nice Venom who is actively trying to be a good guy. So
He's a good boy who wants to snack on bad guys.
It's time to die.
yeah.
No, I mean, we are going to die.
Angel,
Wait,
come on, Eddie. You want children to wear t-shirts, don't you?
Come
I
on,
don't
Eddie.
want- like,
We can be on children.
I don't want to be on children.
No, I'm talking about t-shirts.
Eddie,
Look,
marketing power.
You are completely out of control here, Venom.
Look, I don't know how long we're going to be stuck in this universe, Eddie, but if we're going to be here, we need to make some money. And you know what I saw on that kid? I saw a Disney logo. Do you have any idea how much money we could get out of it? We could make billions.
Venom tries to make the mouse ears, and he goes, "No, stop!"
No,
Sadly, the trailer does not reveal what
Okay.
all the fans wanted was all the Spider-Mans from the different universes.
which we're probably gonna get.
We're
It's
probably
very
gonna get
likely Tobey Maguire and what's the other guy's name?
Andrew
Garfield.
Garfield will show up here because okay, if we get 3 Spider-Mans and hopefully 1 Venom against all these dudes, oh Jesus, it's gonna be a goddamn clusterfuck. But it's gonna
we
be
did
fun.
get a little bit more background of what to expect as far as the plot is concerned.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
That being said, I have
Spill
a
it.
question.
Yes.
Before we start, I have one question.
go ahead.
What is stopping Doctor Strange from just doing this and getting rid of all these guys?
He's probably was trying to, but then Spidey does his whole I need to
Oops.
be responsible because he discusses in the trailer, apparently, with one little piece of voiceover from Doc Ock, like, you're going into battle against ghosts, Peter. Like, wait, what does he mean? Every single one of these men died fighting Spider-Man.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's terrible. So I'm sorry, kid. It's their fate. Yeah, I'm sorry too. Don't.
And,
And he
there
steals
goes.
some cubic MacGuffin thingy.
That being said,
Yeah.
though, at the end of the day, though, this is still Doctor Strange, one of the most powerful sorcerers in the world. The Sinister Six are, let's not lie to ourselves, they are fucking chumps compared to what he can do. So there has to be an actual reason why he doesn't just literally stop the entire problem before it begins.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that
We're
up,
gonna get
Wancho,
that
because that was
in.
something I was a little skeptical about when they showed it in the trailer.
Because, okay, the Sinister Six are powerful and dangerous, but Doctor Strange is the dude that managed to go toe-to-toe with Thanos.
And Dormammu.
Until
Yeah.
the other guy had to use reality warping marbles to stop him.
I still love that part in Infinity
God,
War.
it's
He
so
goes
goddamn
Chakravarti.
cool.
yeah.
He goes Chakravarti, Samsara, Manju Senju, Kalimal,
It's
and then
so
splits into a
fucking
million
cool.
souls with a million crimson bands of Siderax to
The only-
bind Thanos
The only
down.
disadvantage that Doctor Strange has is that he doesn't have an Infinity Stone anymore, and that's it.
But to be fair, though, does he need it?
No,
He never
probably
needed
not.
them
Really
be-
doesn't.
The Time Stone, he only had it for safekeeping. He never actually used it unless he had absolutely no other choice.
True.
And against these guys, they are fucking chumps compared to him. There's nothing... Bro,
But I want to get back to the
sorry, back to what we're doing
no,
now.
back to I want to
No
get
more
back
power
to,
levels for now.
Yeah, I want to get back to the part where I was a little skeptical about like Spider-Man not like Spider-Man not wanting to kill the villains, not wanting to accept their fates. Like this part I'm a little skeptical about because that's a formula that could easily be strayed in the wrong way.
Especially
However-
considering the fact that these villains are, well, let's be honest, some of them have some complex backstories, but at a certain point, they were no longer that sympathetic. Some
Wait
of
a
them had
minute.
to fucking die.
Wait a minute. There was one villain out of the bunch that was not killed.
Whomst.
Sandman.
He did leave.
No, he just disappeared. That's all he did. He just left.
You're forgetting the lizard. He just went back to human and was locked up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, man, then again, we're talking about different realities. And the
True.
Doctor can see many. So it's possible that in those realities, this Sandman may be completely antagonistic and he does, in fact, die against Spoodermuir.
And it's possible that the lizard
Is
the
also
same way.
100% antagonistic and dies.
But it's still a
What if
formula-
Tom just has to fucking kill all of them?
But it's
It's
still
kinda
a
s-
formula that
it's
they
still
could
sad.
easily screw up.
Yes.
That is still sad. But, but consider the following. As we stated before we went live, this Spooderman, little Tom Holland, he has not actually actively killed a villain
He's
himself.
28 years old, by the way. That dude still looks 15. I
What?
don't know. Tom Holland is
He's
in
not
his...
28.
He's in his late 20s.
Yeah, but he's not 28.
They carbon dated him.
Hang on, let me do some research because I know he's there.
What?
Allow me a second.
They kept him frozen. And
Yeah.
they brought him alive
Let's
for
find
the
out.
Marvel movies.
What is the age of Tom Holland?
But no,
Angel searching on his
Tom
Samsung
Holland
phone.
is 25 years old.
25. Yeah, no, I know
He
wasn't
looks
28.
15.
He really does.
No offense, this is not an insult. I actually am a
No.
very big fan of his work. I'm just amazed how he manages to look that.
That's
Seriously,
why everyone's pissed
Tommy,
off with him.
what is your
doing-
secret?
That's the reason why everyone's pissed off with him doing the Uncharted movie because he still looks.
I'm still
15.
gonna watch
Oh
that
my
movie. It
God.
looks fun.
It
even though it's him being young Nathan Drake.
Yeah,
he's-
and let's be honest. As far as movies to fuck up goes, Uncharted it's just a higher action version of Indiana Jones. It's
Which is
kind of hard
fine.
to screw up that one.
Now, Wancho, I think
Also,
you were
nobody
gonna-
talks about Prince of Persia. It was actually a pretty good adaptation.
Yeah, but
Jake
Wancho,
Gyllenhaal.
you said you were about to offer me a counter argument about my concern for this formula of Spider-Man
Thou
not
shalt
wanting
not
to
kill.
Okay.
Yeah, can be
like
very
I said,
easily screwed
this
up.
one has not actively killed any one of his villains.
Yet.
He fought the Vulture. When the Vulture was going to fly off with his stolen tech and get it blown up and die, he tried to save him and successfully did so. He was locked
He
up.
succeeded so good, he made the guy change his mind.
So
You know what? That's okay. You can fuck my daughter.
Like, that's okay. You can fuck my daughter.
And
Oh wait,
then
my
she
daughter's
left.
God damn
she's moving to the other side of the country because I'm going to jail.
No matter how hard I try,
Oops, sucks to
no
be
matter
you.
how much I intend, the ones I love the most are the ones that keep blue balling me.
Okay,
Dun, 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 dun. Wait, that's Batman. Fuck.
fair enough. I'm a
And
little
Mysterio in Spider-Man Far From Home
Who got himself killed.
basically mowed himself down with Gatling guns trying to kill Spidey.
To be fair, though, here's the deal, though. Spidey had to see Mysterio die right in front of him. Even if the guy was an asshole that tried to get him killed, seeing Jake Gyllenhaal die in front of you will fucking mess you up.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But then again, so does his BO.
There's oof. There's also the fact that the one time we see Spider-Man kill was during Endgame, and that was an all-out war against an alien race that doesn't look anything like a human.
Can we
So-
really count that? It's a time
No,
of war.
because it's
Not
very
really.
easy to dehumanize the things that don't look like humans.
Plus, he was using his instant kill. He went to activate instant kill
Yeah,
to
'cause
use his
the
iron
stakes were
spires.
high.
Yeah.
The stakes were this high. But here, these are, most of the time, human beings he's fighting.
Yeah.
And what if this is the lesson that he needs to learn here? What if the aspect of
Sometimes-
responsibility is that sometimes to protect the innocent, the guilty may die?
Like sometimes you can't save them all.
Yeah, sometimes
yeah.
people don't want to be saved.
And you know
Sometimes you gotta put your Spidey fist through a fucking
Even
ribcage.
in Spider-Man 3, you mentioned Topher Grace's Venom.
Yeah.
Like,
Toby fucking murdered that
No,
guy.
he-
It was great.
No, he didn't murder
He
him.
didn't murder him. He was trying to get him to get
Yeah.
away from it. Like he locked Venom up in that cage of rods. He banged it out.
That was
and
really
then
cool.
whipped out Topher Grace, like Eddie Brock, out of the symbiote.
But then he
The
jumped
symbiote-
back in.
Yep. Right when he pulled a grenade, I was like, Peter, what are you doing? And he jumped and threw himself
Yeah.
in. He killed himself.
That being said, though, you notice that Spidey wasn't that remorseful about it.
Yeah,
No,
no,
he
he's
wasn't.
like
But-
Toby's like, oh, fuck, well, shit, man.
no,
Actually,
like,
but
I
one,
couldn't save him. He threw himself into it. I couldn't save him.
but
And-
Juan does bring up a good point. In fact, I want to actually go statistically speaking in all the Spider-Man movies, and yes, counting Tom Holland's character, neither of the Spider-Mans actually directly killed any of the villains at all. Think
Okay.
about
Except
it.
Let's see.
for Tobey Maguire.
Goblin,
No.
No, you're right. No, he didn't.
Goblin
actively kill him.
killed himself with the glider. Toby only dodged.
Yep.
In the
Doc
second,
Ock sacrificed himself to
and
help.
the third one, well,
Sandman just left, and
Sam left, and Venom
Juan.
detonated himself. But the point is, Toby Maguire
And then
has
James
seen
Franco
death
died.
up close.
Andrew
Yes.
Garfield didn't kill the lizard, like Juan said. The lizard.
No,
got
he did
away.
not.
And well, okay.
Okay,
This part could be
his
debated.
Electro. Because
Yeah.
his Electro, he saw that his Electro was fucking like trying to drain the power from New York from that power plant. Like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try and rewire everything.
Yeah.
Gwen Stacy, I want you to go ahead and reset the Transformers. We're gonna overload him.
Maybe he was just trying to knock him out of the power high, but he killed him by accident. Ultimately, Electro was about to fry him with 30,000 million volts. At that point, that is just
And web
self-defense.
steps. Don't forget the web step.
But the point is, both of the previous Spider-Mans we think have, in some way or another, seen death very up close. And they're both okay. So Toby is an adult.
Yeah.
Tom Holland is a college guy. He's a bit closer to adult.
No.
Sorry, not Tom Holland.
No.
Andrew Garfield is
Andrew
closer to
Garfield
adult.
is high school graduate.
Yeah. And he also had to deal with the suffering of Gwen Stacy dying like 5 minutes later.
She died in a snap.
So,
Ah.
oof. Tom Holland has only experienced the death of a human being close to him one time. And it was in the heat of a battle, and then he had to basically deal with the entire world coming after him. Compared to the other two Spider-Mans, he's, ironically enough,
Let's not forget the trauma of seeing Tony Stark die in front of him.
Oh, yeah,
That
but
too.
Tony sacrificed himself, though.
That's true.
That's a lot different from, oh shit, this guy fucking died in front of me.
Yep.
But
Tony
yeah.
at least had a moment to look at his loved ones and go, are we good? We good?
Like-
Where's my paycheck?
Like,
Are we
no,
good?
like,
Okay.
no, kid, you're safe. You're all right. Rhodey, My BFF forever. You're okay?
Pepper,
Okay.
I love you very much.
Hi, Pepper.
Bye, Pepper.
Bye.
Pepper, let me tell you something. The post-nut clarity of these stones is the most powerful thing in the universe.
But no,
I'm gone.
you know what? You guys do bring up, both of you bring up a good point, and you know what? Now that you explained it like that, that's fine. I'm still a little cautiously optimistic, but I will watch it
Understandable.
with excitement. That being said, if you in 2014, when the Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out, if you were to tell me back then that that the character design of Electro was going to look similar to the comic in every way, including the fucking shit that was on his face,
I would have laughed in yours.
I would have laughed at all of you.
However, there's
Certainly an improvement over the Blue Man Group over there, though.
gentlemen, I believe we can all universally agreed. People are already speculating with the one last shot in the trailer of MJ played by Zendaya,
Already falling to her
falling
death
down,
because of Jesus Christ.
looking
Women
like
have it
Gwen
rough.
Stacy all over again.
I'm like,
Spidey jumping down
no.
and reaching for her. People are speculating like crazy. Like, oh no, Tom Holland's Spider-Man's not going to be able to catch her.
Another Spider-Man
But
will.
Andrew Garfield will to redeem the fact that he didn't save Gwen Stacy.
I saw
No.
those.
Like, I won't
Fuck
let that
them
happen
kids.
again.
I-
No.
Let them die.
No.
Martha doesn't die tonight.
Right, exactly, yeah. That. But I'm seeing people all over, and yes, on the Talk Switch tick, people are already hollering, if Tobey Maguire shows up, he better show up with this.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my God.
I can see heaven.
I know you don't like to sing.
No, that
it's
sounds
fine.
great.
No, I like the song. I'm not
Hair
gonna sing.
so sleek, I can hear heaven. I forgot
Better than
that song.
Dashboard Confessionals. Go fuck yourself.
Well, yeah, I agree though.
you said you like that song.
I like that one more.
Okay, good. So all these two are.
And we'll take that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. I'll hold on to the wings of the hero. Watch as we all fly away.
All right.
Drop it, Jody Scott. So me.
While these guys are karaoke, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts of the upcoming Spider-Man No Way Home movie?
How can
Are you guys excited just as we are? Go ahead and leave your comments right now.
Please let us know
More
how excited
comments.
you are to see even more spandex clack buttocks on your screen.
Oh yeah, tell me let us know if you're excited seeing all the villains coming back.
Man, they are pulling on the thing of the fucking nostalgia strings as hard as they could, dude.
Oh yes, they are.
knew.
They
They
knew.
know it's Spider-Man is gonna make money, but at the same time, they want to make sure. But yeah, no, at this point, putting these dudes, I wholeheartedly expect this Spider-Man to be the one where Tom has to take a life to protect an innocent.
Yes.
Like, okay, fine, Mysterio died in the fight, but that was a self-inflicted death. In this one, I want him to... You know what? Let's make this the one Spider-Man where he actively murders the fuck out of the bad guy. Like, he just goes murder mode, but for real.
All right, Juan, you can pause the song now.
I will in a minute.
Too much 2000s, get it off me. I'm growing a
No.
mullet, help. I'm looking like that Nickelback guy. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh.
You know, it would actually be more appropriate if
Thank you.
he
All
showed
right.
if he showed up rather than with the beautiful 2000s theme of Chad Kroger and Josie Scott. It would actually be a little more appropriate if he showed up
Oh boy.
with this in the back, playing instead. Like, Tom Holland's beaten down, but we hear the violins come in
Yeah. I could see it.
from the original Spider-Man movie. Here.
I can see it too.
Hey kid,
Where's my goddamn rent?
no. Hey kid, looks like you could use a hand.
Shows up the other one. Looks like you could use two.
Oh my.
I'm here.
God.
Eddie, get in. We gotta do a cool shot. We gotta strike a pose.
All right, all right.
To this day, though, that theme for that original Spider-Man movie from Sam Raimi is goddamn so good. You know what it reminds me of, strangely enough?
What?
A better version of the theme of that Hulk 2003 movie.
It really does. It is. I don't like the whole 2003 movie.
It wasn't very
It
good.
was bad.
Had a couple of good ones.
I got to see Jennifer Connelly for that movie though. I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, I met her.
it's a start.
How dare you meet Jennifer
It
Connelly?
could be so good if it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that at the very least they're gonna either hint to that song or they're gonna remix it for the soundtrack. They always do that.
Maybe. We'll have
Okay,
to wait and see.
Like, if nothing else, Okay, I know I'm going fucking.
Bro, if they fucking start bringing more Spider-Man and we just get like a goddamn army of Spider-Man and the animated Spider-Man shows up and radioactive spider blood starts to play,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna get off
goodness.
that theater and just walk because I'm done.
All right, but let's go
Hang
ahead and.
All right.
hang on.
What's up, Wancho? Wait.
Andrew Garfield shows with this shit.
Get out.
No. Let him. This is where shit gets good, okay?
It's heroic in synth.
Yep.
And then we get the Spider-Man voiced by Yuri Lowenthal from the PS4 game. Honestly, I kind of like that Spider-Man. I like going back to adult Peter Parker dealing with adult shit.
Wasn't there an animated Spider-Man where he was voiced by Drake Bell?
Yes, it was the one made by MTV. It was a CG one,
No,
which...
no. I'm talking about the later, the ones from 2012 or 2013. It was
No.
And it was an
Spectacular Spider-Man was voiced by the guy who voiced Shiro from Voltron.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you're getting them mixed up, Angel.
I don't know anymore.
Okay,
there were a
it's
lot
fine.
of...
No,
In my
let's
defense,
let me
there were a
explain. I'll
fuck ton of
explain.
Scooter-Man.
I'll explain it to you. All right, the one Jose is referring to, it was a fully 3D animated
Yeah, on MTV.
series. It was Spider-Man was voiced by Neil Patrick Harris in that.
Yeah.
And it was meant to be within the Sam Raimi Spider-Man universe.
Yeah. You know how I know about that? Because there was a commercial for that in the Blockbuster tape for Daredevil that I rented.
Yep.
Holy
well,
shit.
I was talking about a cartoon series of Spider-Man that was out around 2012 or 2011.
That
and they
one is
had
Drake
characters.
Bell.
They had that one's Drake Bell. They had Agent Coulson in it. They brought
Oh,
Deadpool.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
There we go.
Ultimate Spider-Man, and Deadpool was voiced by Will Friedle, Batman Beyond.
Hey.
Oh, the irony. Which
Which
is kind
is
of funny.
hysterical. It's
It's
like,
funny you're mentioning that because I'm actually binge watching all of Boy Meets World recently. Yes, I watch 90 sitcoms.
I
Sue
can't
me.
believe even Stevens came out of that one.
I
I can't believe Shia LaBeouf came out of that one.
actual
Was that a
cannibals.
different actor?
Different actor, yes.
Fucked
Different
up. They
actor,
look
too.
similar.
Okay, no, they don't.
Yes, they did. To
No,
me.
they don't.
My small child brain
You know
was.
what? I'm gonna show you.
Listen, all I remember is that Topanga had like fucking F-cups.
That was Ben
Has-
Savage.
Current.
That's the one. Thank you.
tense.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
Shia
like,
LaBeouf.
holy
Thank
shit.
you, Danielle Fishel,
Nice job.
for endowing us with your endowment.
There was a plot in
Yes.
there, but it disappeared every
Thanks
time
for
she
the
showed up
memories.
on screen. There's nothing we can stop about that.
No, there's nothing we
All
can.
right.
Anyways, people
Got
made
it.
an enormous amount of incest fan
Someone's
fiction
on the
about
chat.
Waverly
Who
Place.
we got on the chat tonight?
We
What's
have Lady,
Lady
Baron,
Baron.
saying, well,
Ah.
Will Friedle also did Ron Stoppable from Kim Possible.
Yes, and he also did Lionel from the 2011 Thunder.
Yes.
He also directed a bunch of the episodes. Some of the best episodes were directed by. Do you know Will Freddy's a fucking
Will
amazing
Friedle.
director?
Friedle.
Oh, Will Friedle.
Friedel just sounds like
Friedel.
frijoles.
I know it does. It's like
Do you know that Will Delicious Latino Dish makes amazing goddamn directing
to this
predictions?
day, one of my favorite little moments since Lady Baron, hi by the way,
Yo.
brought up Kim Possible is when they announced the live-action little mini movie for Disney Channel. Christy Carlson Romano, the voice actress of Kim Possible,
Yes.
and Will Friedle showed up to audition. It's like, oh hey, we're 15 years old. We're going. You see, he's clearly bearded. He's clearly
My
got a
name
man
is
bun.
Will Friedle.
Yeah.
No.
I'm 12 years old.
No, he's not JoJo. I mean, he's got our fucking body type. I mean, with my gut.
Yeah, he's
and
that man.
Christy Carlson Romano's got one of her infant daughters at her hip, and they're in full costume. She's got a red hair wig.
It's amazing.
And they're like, okay, Ron, so what's the stage? We gotta stop Dr. Dragon here. Holy cow, where's my naked roll rat? Like, and the director's like, okay, guys, I really appreciate you coming down. It's great. But we actually want to bring up these two new kids here.
Sadly, that was
for,
the
like,
only good part of the movie.
Yeah, it's just the advertising for it, which is fine, I guess.
Oh, by the
No,
way,
but
it
that
took
was
me
still like
years. It took me fucking years to realize. Wait a second, Dr. Draken is John DiMaggio.
John DiMaggio.
It's just John DiMaggio in as hard as he can, and I'm like,
Yep.
this guy sounds familiar. Then one day I'm watching Futurama, and I just go, wait!
Yeah.
he wants to fight his shiny metal
That's
ass.
him.
Oh, fun fact though, having watched the entire series when I was a child, fantastic show, Kim Possible. Fun
Yay.
stuff. Do you ever
Cool
wonder
theme song.
how he turned his skin blue?
How?
They never tell you.
You're right. They never
They
explained
tease
that.
you with it though. At the very last episode, when Draken has turned good for good and saved the world, and apparently he and she are a thing now. Funny how that
Weird.
works.
Weird.
But you know
okay.
what? It works. So he's talking to the mentor in the taco place. He's just hanging around, super villains, shopping, people
Yep.
just saying, just eating junk food, going. So after all these years, I never got to ask you how do you turn blue. Oh yeah, that. And then the show ends, and you see the Disney logo, and he goes, and he goes, I remember it was a Tuesday. That's it. We never find out.
All right. Time to take this airplane and take a huge nosedive.
Fun
my
was
friend.
allowed for the last
For the next-
hour.
Oh,
We can't have fun anymore.
Are we gonna have the bonfire?
We are going to have the bonfire
Gentlemen,
right now.
wait just one moment.
Let's give it a second.
Hold my mic.
While Juan's out grabbing something, I guess I'll fill in time by talking some stuff. But yes, this is our new place. And yes, moving sometimes can be a bittersweet feeling.
It's a harrowing experience.
But hopefully we can keep this place for a while. And yes, over the coming weeks on our programming, you will notice a few changes on our program.
Like less boxes in
Yes,
the background.
less boxes in the background. Thank you, Angel. But no, you will notice a couple of changes in our programming. Everything is going to look pretty freaking awesome, and you guys are going to enjoy it. And yes, this has no bearing on all our other shows.
No.
Los Amigos Play will resume.
And we will have an even bigger screen to show you even cooler shit. And is that the same TV from before?
Yes.
And we'll have a bigger TV because the screen is still kind of fucked, but I can at least see what's going on.
Shh, they don't know that.
But the screen looks like the stars.
And of course, the Black Files will also resume.
Of course.
Rest-
When we get the chance to.
I get to do the Black Files again.
When we get the chance to. And we will of course resume our visit of the con community that we finally get to see again after all this time.
Absolutely. We're going to Holiday Matsuri, which is December 17th through the 19th at the Marriott World Center in Orlando, Florida.
We look
It is
forward
the
to seeing you
holiday
there.
Convention. We're looking forward to see all of you there. We're looking forward to having fun at a con. Finally, and Christmas time is the best time of the year.
Please make sure to join us. If you can see us, look for the big Emil mask and the big dude with the camera screaming that everything is fucked all the time. We'll be hanging out with the fans, we'll be seeing some people, we'll be buying expensive merchandise, and we'll be talking to all the fancy voice actors from Genshin Impact.
And yes, I'm going to be cosplaying this year at Holiday Matsuri.
That's
For
right.
Saturday, of course, I'm cosplaying as Rude from Final Fantasy VII.
And I'll be cosplaying as famous game director and serial alcoholic Yoko Taro. And Juan will be cosplaying as a midlife crisis.
Asshole.
I love him too.
Oh my goodness.
Regardless, we do sincerely look forward to seeing you there. Please feel free to stop by and say hi.
Of course.
And give us your money.
That too. But no, and trust me, we're going to put out an entire con schedule for 2022.
Oh,
Right
shit.
before the year's over. I do want to mention a heads up right now. We will not be streaming anything for the weekends of Christmas and New Year's Eve because those are holidays and those
Yes.
are times when we need to be with our family.
We observe the necessity of stuffing our faces with enormous quantities of freshly baked poultry.
But we will come back on the week after New Year's Eve in January and continue streaming because, hey, man, we used to take a month off of streaming for the past couple of years, but the content ain't going to make itself.
Of course, and of course, Lady Baron, we do look forward to seeing you as well. And we sincerely hope that you have as much fun being there as we will be violating the peace.
Holy shit.
So,
One,
ladies and gentlemen.
these marshmallows are huge.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world of entertainment is
Hold
a
on.
complex and difficult place to deal with. And sometimes things get hot. Things get so hot that they start to burn. And they burn in extraordinarily high levels. They burn at such high temperatures
Keep it in
that
one
you
spot.
risk pain
Don't
and
rotate yet.
suffering
Don't rotate yet.
just to
give it a
experience
sec.
such extraordinary.
Give it a couple seconds.
We here at the Ravens Flock study the hottest of the hot
Okay, now rotate.
because shit is literally on fire right now.
Oh my goodness. Man, is anybody keeping a chart of how many times we've talked about Activision Blizzard on our programming?
Yes.
How many times?
7.
Seriously?
What?
Yeah. Ever since it started, every time there's been a big news break, we checked it out, and it's been 7 times. But turns out that 7 is not, in fact, the lucky number of Blizzard, because shit is ramping on to a number 8. Now, hang on a second. Normally we do wrestling. Are we gonna leave the wrestling for after
Nah, you know what? I think we could take a break from it.
this? Are you sure, though?
It's fine.
Well, all right. If we still have some time after this, I'd like to talk to the wrestling news, man. It is your show. I want you to have your piece. This is your spotlight as well, you see.
You gotta remember one thing. We're not just about wrestling. here,
we
folks.
talk about all things nerd related, whether it's video games, whether it's movies, whether it's anime, whether it's TV shows or streaming shows on Netflix or any other platforms, whether it's whether it's K-pop or J-pop or cons or any of that. Like we're talking about all things nerd related.
God
Yes.
damn, this is great.
Yes, there are nerds that like wrestling, and yes, wrestling does include a couple of popular wrestlers that are nerds themselves. Case in point, Xavier Woods, who runs the Up Up Down Down channel. He's a bona fide gamer, but that
He's
is
also
not
been fucked.
yes, but that is not the
Right page.
only thing we talk about.
You sure, though?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, after we thought that the embers died down and the smoldering fire of the lawsuits over all that sexual harassment and horrible working conditions came to a rest stop, while Blizzard scrambles to recover the tatters of his broken reputation, shit decided that it was time to get screwed up again and back up all the way like a violent toilet after taco night. Here's where shit's about to get real. A while ago, there was a bit of a scandal at Blizzard. You know, among all the other fucking scandals. Due to a massive company-wide email that apparently caused quite a bit of problems in this particular case.
I'm good.
Earlier this year, an email was sent to all the employees of Activision Blizzard from the email account of the Chief Compliance Officer, former executive sponsor of the AVV I already am mine.
Wow.
Very tasty, thank you. Of the AV Employee Women's Network
fair.
and former torture apologist Fran Townsend. Sent in the midst of the historical allegations of harassment against the company, it was so bad that it actually causes several people to just walk the fuck out of the building. Imagine a
Beautiful.
company email so bad that it makes motherfuckers quit. That's how bad it was. Today,
I have never once sent an email that powerful, and I've sent many emails in my time.
but, well, guess what? It gets worse. Today, somehow, the email has returned with a vengeance because it has been revealed that this person, Mrs. Townsend, did not even write the email herself.
What?
The email was the most tone-deaf, oblivious piece of executive hand-waving you have ever seen, and it was sent in the middle of the allegations, with a number of high-profile firings and resignations, dragging the Activision and Blizzard through the knot so much that their reputation has been tarnished forever.
Oh my god.
Now, it goes to say that the email had the nerve to call the lawsuit sparking those moves as having presented a distorted and untrue picture of our company. And it went as far as to say that Townsend was proud to be part of a company that takes a hardline approach to inappropriate or hostile work environments and sexual harassment issues, despite everything that had happened, everything that was happening, and everything that was, in fact, about to happen. But then it got worse. I'm not going to read
How much worse can it get? No, keep going. Keep
I'm
going.
not going to read the whole email because that fucking thing is long. But the point in case
We
is
got
that,
time. Go
that
ahead.
the email basically, okay, you want to read this, get ready for this.
Go for it.
Imagine this. You're working at the company of your dreams, and you're a woman. You've been harassed, you've been sexually assaulted, you've been passed over promotions, and you're being treated with complete fucking disrespect by the people that are supposed to be your peers. And you get this on the email. Everyone, as the executive sponsor of the ABK Employee Women's Network and our Chief Compliance Officer, this is another woman telling you this, by the way,
Right.
I wanted to reach out to you. I know this has been a difficult time for many of us. A recently filed lawsuit presented a distorted and untrue picture of our company, including factually incorrect, old, and out-of-context stories, some from more than a decade ago. The Activision company of today, the Activision company that I know, are great companies with good values. When I joined the executive leadership team, I was certain that I was joining a company where I would be valued, treated with respect, and provided opportunities equal to those afforded to the men of the company. For me, this has been true during my time. As a leader, I am committed to making sure that the experience I have is the same as the rest of the organization. We have a leadership team that is committed to these principles in every way. I am proud to be a part of a company that takes a hardline approach to inappropriate or hostile work environments and sexual harassment. Fun fact, after this, somebody killed themselves.
Oh god.
Our,
Continue.
our Speak Up campaign reinforces our zero tolerance for retaliation against those who do speak up. We made significant investments to foster inclusive behavior and to reflect greater diversity. There's the fucking blanket term.
Yeah.
Within our leaderships, including investigating and strengthening our DE&I employee networks, creating global networks that bring together the efforts of all business units at the introduction
I'll
of
take your
executive
kebab now.
sponsors. Oh, thank you. My stabby thingy. Okay, what else? Hang on a second. Amplifying the internal programs such as the Way to Play Heroes and the recurring Speak Off campaign. Reinforcing channels for employees to report violation, including the ask list. How do you reinforce a channel? We don't know. Introducing an employees relationship team dedicated to investigating the concerns. Control and monitor entirely by us. Continuing to require all employees to take equality and diversity training, including anti-harassment training, and
My
have done so
goodness.
for many years. We've put tremendous effort into creating a fair compensation policies that reflect our commitment to equal opportunity. We review compensation regularly, and we feel confident that we pay all employees fairly for equal or substantially similar work. We take proactive steps to ensure their pay and the advancement are driven by merit. We reward performance. and we conduct extensive anti-discrimination training, including for those who are part of the compensation process. We work at a company that truly values equality and fairness. Rest assured that leadership is committed to continuing to maintain safe, fair, and inclusive workplace. We cannot let egregious actions of others and truly meritless and irresponsible lawsuit damage our culture of respect and equal opportunity for all employees. We aspire in our company to do great things in our games, in our impact on society, and in our environment. We continue to hold firm to our principles and invest, as we have in the past, the resources to ensure quality opportunities for all employees. We remain committed to leadership of team doing what is right. Imagine if you got that email from the job that has treated you like shit for years. Needless to say, many employees were righteously fucking angry, no matter what their gender was, and this led to Townsend herself stepping down from the role as the executive sponsor of the Activision Women's Network.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, before you get to that, I just want to make a comment and say that that is the longest, most elaborate piece of lie I've ever heard.
You know corporate bullshit when you see it.
Yeah.
My man, that was engraved in a silver staple.
According
You would cover that much smoke screen just to occupy this whole place that we're in.
There's so much smoke, I'm fucking choking.
according to
But go on.
an article by Kotaku.
I know, even they get it right sometimes.
I know, go figure. Broken Rock,
Broken rock,
Broken
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 clock
Clock
twice a
is
day.
right twice a day. There we go.
There.
This past Tuesday, reported by Luke Plunkett of Kotaku, it turns out that Activision's Blizzard's beleaguered CEO, Bobby Kotick, is actually the one who penned that fucking monstrosity of an email under Fran Townsend's name.
Oh my God.
So let me get this straight. The man in charge,
The guy who's clearly the person who's responsible for this
he didn't just
tidal
throw
wave
her.
of fuckery.
He didn't just throw her under the bus. He built the fucking highway. He funded the bus company. 20 years of shitty public transit later, he ties her to the tracks and runs her over.
Are you
No,
surprised?
don't forget, also, as he runs her over, he then backs it up, runs her over again, does this several more times until there's nothing left of her carcass except a bloody, gooey pile of effluence.
Then he
that
gets off the
vaguely
car.
resembles a
Skid
human
marks.
being. And then he realized, oh, wait, I drank about 5 liters of ketamine-infused water before I came
Okay,
here.
but
Let me
guys-
take a piss on her corpse.
Guys,
And then he
guys.
took her driver's license and dropped her inside the bus.
All right, Juan, Angel, are you honestly surprised about this? I mean, in every big corporations, when the head honcho is outed for something, they're gonna look for a scapegoat.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
They're always gonna look for a scapegoat because they're not gonna want to take responsibility for themselves because, in the eyes of the public, it'll make them look weak.
And then
It'll make them look bad.
let's not forget Mr. Kotick, and I hesitate to call him Mr. because that's
I
hardly a
just call him
man.
Kotick, this motherfucker.
That fucko actually went out of his way to not only make sure that she stepped down from her position, which I don't sure she's been rightfully compensated for yet, he went out of his way to criticize the email, calling it tone deaf. This son of a bitch laid down the steps for the crime scene, put down somebody who was innocent, forced them to resign, and then only now, when the entire company is burning to the fucking ground, does he have the gall to step up and go, yeah, that was me.
Oh, give Mr. Geek Me Out. What up? How you doing? Welcome to the
Hello.
welcome to the show.
Welcome to the
At this
program.
point-
We are on the 8th episode of the inevitable collapse and burning and destruction of Activision Blizzard.
It's so
We
bad
fried
that
some
even...
we burned some marshmallows here for you. You missed out. We didn't save you one, but oh well.
Man, by
please
the
be
next
careful
time
when
the
working that
Activision
thing.
does
No.
something, I'm gonna have to bring my smoker. We're gonna
know
need
what's-
more fire for
What's
this.
fucking hysterical is like he's the one over here
Yeah.
who's calling,
He
oh,
did
this
it.
is tone deaf and this is terrible and I am
I will
deeply
never stand for
Of
this.
course it is, because you wrote it, you dumb fuck.
And the worst part is that he blamed the only woman in charge too, after several lawsuits of sexual harassment, disrespect, and what's it called when you give somebody like the job?
he
of-
activated the spell card scapegoat.
Basically. He turned her into a scapegoat specifically because she was the only woman in a high position, forced her to resign, and now he fucked up so badly that even the stockholders are going, bro, get the fuck out.
Hey,
Get
this is
the
covered by the Wall
fuck
Street
out.
Journal. This is covered by the Wall Street. Do you know how fucking fucked you are with the Wall Street Journal, which is probably the driest, piece of publication on the face of the earth.
Yep.
That motherfucking the newspaper is still one of the few that calls people sir and ma'am and Mr. and Mrs.
They are old-fashioned to the point of hieroglyphics.
And if they're drawing those motherfuckers as attention with how shitty your business practices are, you're in trouble.
For real,
dude. No scapegoat is gonna save you. I just want.
That's because this fucking Activision Blizzard fires got piercing damage.
I just want them to fucking crumble.
They deserve it at this point.
I want them to burn. Fuck them suits.
Do not give them a single cent. The developers might fucking leave that place. Leave that place and find a better job because right now you're stuck in a hell.
You want to know what's funny? There was another bit of reporting that was done earlier this week that actually stated that a couple hundred Activision Blizzard employees made a cold walkout.
Yep.
Where they didn't leave the premises. They basically agreed for a period of time during the day, it was sometime this week, where they just stopped working.
I need a glass of water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure.
Excuse me. I apologize.
I'll give you water. You take a seat. This is your
Sorry about that. It's just
Holy
that
shit.
I downed not just the marshmallow, but I had an entire turron of Sanchez Mirra a while ago.
It is a pretty.
That's like half a pound of solid sugar down my gullet right there.
No, you're good, man. In your defense, Sanchez Mirra is
pretty good.
always tasty.
But yeah, okay, we laugh about this because it's fucking insane, but I'm laughing because otherwise I'll be screaming my head off. This isn't just bad. This is actively fucking evil.
Yes.
Your company is crumbling. Your workers are being underpaid and mistreated. Your female co-workers are being passed over promotions they deserve, and one of them killed herself over sexual harassment.
And this happened on this guy's watch.
And your solution is censor the...
Thank you, K-Storm.
From the heavens, a storm made of K has granted me delicious ambrosia.
Thank you, K-Storm.
So
Love you.
your solution is you do not do anything to fix it. You do not fire the fuckers responsible. You do not seek justice for those who have been affected.
He just deflected.
You censor your own game, which is already fucking falling apart because of Final Fantasy XIV
Gentlemen,
kicking
we
its ass.
we saved sexism.
Yeah,
We solved this sexism.
You
We
censor
covered
your
up
game.
boobies.
You fucked up your gameplay. You blame somebody who is not responsible in any way, shape, or form, cause her to quit, and you have done literally nothing to help those that have been affected by the horrible working conditions of your company. How the fuck does Blizzard get to remain standing after this? I do not know.
Because the head honcho doesn't want to lose power. He doesn't want to lose his position. He doesn't want to lose. He doesn't want to lose his grip on the company.
Here's
God
what's up,
damn
though.
it.
And he will do anything. And that is a true fact to all the other corporate heads who have been outed for something that they did. They will do absolutely anything to protect themselves.
Of course, when the trouble comes, the rats always run upwards.
Poncho, do you have a
Excuse
theory?
me. Doesn't this giant corporation, like many other giant corporations, have a board of directors and stockholders?
Yeah, they're the ones telling the guy he needs to get the fuck out of the office now.
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, the actual
Aren't they? Shouldn't they be a little louder in this case?
No, because only now their money's being threatened.
It
Remember,
also
there is no fucking good intentions here. There is only money and what makes it go up and down.
It also really depends because technically, like, even though you have a board of directors, like the guy in charge always has the controlling interest and he has the final say.
There's also the fact there's also the fact that for being called the board of directors, they can be shockingly blind to the issues of the actual company. As long as the numbers look, don't forget, the board of directors reports to the CEO, and they're reported by the people that are.
It's the other way around.
Okay, sorry, the CEO reports to the board of directors. So as long as he makes the numbers look good, and as long as he spins a yarn of silvery spin bullshit pretty enough, they won't bother looking into it. Only now, when shit is almost literally on fire, are they going, oh, so he's been lying to us this entire time. Get this motherfucker out of here.
Also, okay, you know what, Juan, you are right, but at the same time, for all we know, the board of directors really don't give a shit as long as they're getting making money and making profit.
It could be both. They're literally going, you are both fucking with our profit and you're fucking with the image of the company. Get out.
We'll get to that soon. No, the problem with all of this is that we've been covering this for the better part of this year.
Yep.
Where the hell, like, how much further does Activision Blizzard need to go before it finally collapses? Before the people finally say, enough is enough, fold this fucking company, trash it. It's got 2 government agencies coming after it.
Yep.
You've got executives being thrown under the bus left and right, employees on strike left and right, and apparently there isn't enough of the common layman gamer out there enough to impact these guys
No, because
by
they're still too big.
quitting the games that they're playing.
They're
See,
far
th-
too big.
I get it. World of Warcraft is your life, but motherfucker,
No,
guys,
see, you already
got
put it there.
standards.
They don't quit. As long as the coffers are still making money, the machine will keep on trudging on. And that's why I'm not spending a fucking cent on anything Blizzard ever makes, ever again.
Same, bro. Same.
Normally, I would only
I'm
basically...
not gonna give them my money.
Normally, I wouldn't pirate something unless I had no other choice but to. I'm the kind of guy that likes to support their creators. But right now, Blizzard doesn't deserve any support.
Yo-ho.
They gone from... Remember, guys, years ago, the logo of Blizzard would make people go, oh, shit, amazing. Look at what they become now.
Oh,
Their,
shit.
their products have become garbage over time. Their fan base has become garbage over time. Many of their key players have left. No, yeah, this is one of my favorites. Does the name Asmongold ring a bell here?
No.
Okay, so he's a well-known...
Is it associated with Blizzard or no?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So,
What?
Asmongold is a well-known Warcraft YouTuber. The man's got
Okay.
quite a massive, subscriber amount. And
Okay.
as the years went on, and Warcraft just wore him down with crappy expansion after crappy expansion after shitty expansion, he decided, let me give a shot at this Final Fantasy XIV thing. And he received such a warm welcome that he just jumped right in. Recently, guess what he did?
What?
He got into an actual interview with Yoshi P himself, the director of FF14.
No
They
kidding.
had, think about that for a second. And Yoshi P exposed his philosophy on how he designs his games and how good he makes them. Okay, this is gonna sound like fucking bullshit coming out of my mouth. But when you make an MMO, usually the goal is keep people playing as much as possible. Keep them hooked in. Just bleed money into the subscription, right?
Yes.
Right.
That's the reason Warcraft became so big. Yoshi was interviewed about that, and guess what he said? Just guess what he said.
What?
I don't want my players to feel like they're forced to play my game. I want them to play the game. I'm quoting him directly. I want them to play the game as much as they want to, as long as they want to. Play whatever way you want to, just don't be an ass. And like I said, I don't want you to feel like you have to play the game every day. So if you feel like you're done playing the game after the expansion is over, then that's perfectly fine. Take a break, go see your family, and enjoy time with your friends. And when the next expansion comes, we can all play Final Fantasy together again.
That's awesome. That's
Can you
heartfelt.
imagine any
He
Western
gave a
developer
shit.
saying that?
He gave a shit.
That is called
He
giving a shit
cared.
for your
Can you
friggin'
imagine
fan
any
base.
developer in the United States saying, I don't mind if people stop playing the game for a while?
Oh my goodness.
The design philosophy change is so blatant that not only him, but other well-known Warcraft players have left it and gone to Final Fantasy XIV. And after, oh no, that leads to one of the greatest goddamn moments in history. There's this guy called Richmond. Rich. He's
Yeah,
a friend of
that's
Asmongold, and he was playing the game. He played Final Fantasy XIV for 1 week.
Yep.
And he just went, I'm going to just uninstall World of Warcraft right now.
Ha!
Wait, it gets better. He's doing this while there's a bunch of players of Final Fantasy XIV dancing around him. He queues up the launcher to uninstall. The Blizzard launcher doesn't work properly.
Oh my goodness.
This game can't even uninstall itself the way it's supposed to.
All right, I do need to pause you for
please,
just
go
a
ahead,
second
go ahead.
because we do need to respond
Okay,
to some of the
Mr. Geek
comments.
Me Out is on
Ah,
the chat. He's
thank you.
asking, what do we think of Hangman Adam Page as the new AEW World Champion?
All right, I will
Okay,
say this.
so we're going into wrestling right now.
I
Let's
guess
go.
we're going to. Sorry, Juan. We don't
Fucking
have a choice.
shoot it.
We're just bringing this up. We have more stuff we're going to talk
Yes,
about.
yes,
we
yes,
are
yes,
here
yes,
to
yes,
answer
yes.
questions.
All right, well,
We'd
I'll
like-
answer it. All right, so Hangman Adam Page as the new AEW World Champion. When I saw that match at Full Gear, I did watch highlight videos on YouTube. Bro, he deserved it. He really did deserve it. And this was like long-term booking done right with Hangman Adam Page, because since the beginning of All Elite Wrestling in 2019, they kind of his character kind of seemed a little how do I put it? It seemed like he was
Detached.
just detached, lost in the
Drunk.
shuffle. Like losing to Chris Jericho at AEW All Out for the inaugural AEW World title was just a start. Like, he had his moments in the sun. He had some good matches, and even was one half of the AEW World Tag Champions with Kenny Omega. But then, after losing that match, he just continued going down and down and down. And the way they told his story was insane. Everybody loved Hangman Adam Page because
You
of
know
his
why?
strong-
Because they wanted to believe that he would pull himself up from this depression.
It's just a
and-
slump. He can do it.
Exactly. And he had a support group come from the weirdest place, coming from the Dark Order guys. Yes, the weird squiggly dudes.
That's some Team
who
Rocket
jump around,
shit.
No, who jump around looking like freaking nobodies from Kingdom Hearts plus Colt Cabana.
Oof.
Those guys jumping around saying, "Hey, no, Adam Page, you're a good guy. You should be champion. You could do this."
And he
And
basically
he's just drunkenly like, "No."
How could this happen to me?
Yeah, no, he alienated himself from all of his friends, and they beat him up, and he was written off television for a while. He then came back.
Emo dance.
It looks like he got his act together. He sobered up. He's more confident, and he finally prevailed and became AEW World Champion.
Yay,
I
good
love
for him.
this form of storytelling.
So he basically came down from the bottom up. He
Yes.
clawed
He
his
started
way
from the bottom, now he's here.
slowly.
long-term storytelling in wrestling does work.
Yeah.
If you do it
I'm
right.
happy to
If
hear
you
that.
do it right.
Of course,
Right.
hey man, any story can work if you do it right. Unfortunately, I fear that the jokes are gonna end here because now this shit's gonna get fucking dark.
How much darker is this going
Oh boy.
This particular email hooks up to a very issue that happened in 2018 that, by the way, rose up the suspicions.
Oh, we're back to Activision
Oh, yeah,
Blizzard?
I'm not done with this.
Oh, yeah, no, we're not done. Holy
Oh,
shit.
no. Here
Continue.
See, that was the arm. Here comes the cancerous growth coming out of the elbow.
Ew.
I'm going there. This motherfucker has pustules.
I think it's winking at me.
No, it's an elbow cancer.
Oh my god, it's winking at me.
Exactly. But anyway, so get this.
But hopefully that answered your question, Mr. Geek Me Out. That's Jose's opinion on Hangman Adam
Yeah.
Page.
Happy we
And
could
of
help.
course, if you want to check out more wrestling coverage, you've got Jose's pet project, his favorite show, Wrestle Rewind, Thursday nights here at 10 p.m. Eastern, where he recaps AEW Dynamite, WWE NXT 2.0, and Impact Wrestling. Check us out Thursday nights, 10 p.m.
I was
Eastern.
gonna say, I don't have one favorite show on this channel.
But it's your favorite show.
But I do have a
No, I
favorite
don't,
show.
and I don't like the opinion that you made.
It's an opinion. You don't have
But
to
it's
like
my
it.
favorite show.
Moving on.
It's the one where Juan
No,
tries to
my
play
favorite-
video games and dies horribly.
Ha!
That's the funniest part. But anyway.
My favorite shows are all the shows, dude.
Yeah, then why don't you guys let me do the Black Files? I'll tell you why.
I ain't
'Cause I'm so
stopping
busy
you.
going over this shit and trying to put on your own damn show that I can't even put on my own show without saying things all the time. So you don't tell me that you don't have favorites.
It smells pleasantly of Texas toasting here.
I know it does, doesn't it?
It's great.
All right, let's go ahead
Now,
and continue.
unfortunately, this is when it's gonna get a little sinister
Okay.
because this began all the way in
Holy shit.
2019. And this is, by the way, what sparked the suspicions that led to the investigation that revealed the lawsuits. There was a bit of a delay because of COVID, but I digress. So, a gentleman, no, you know what? No, some dude by the name of Dan Bunting, who used to be
Some dude.
yeah, he used to be a part of the board. Hang on, let me see what. He was the co-head of the company, Tricar co-head Dan Bunting, allegedly left Treyarch, part of Activision Blizzard, amidst the sexual harassment investigation. Apparently, the Activision Blizzard reportedly suggested firing him in 2019 after an internal investigation, but Bobby Kotick intervened to stop it. So,
Excuse me?
oh yes, according
The
to
same
the
Bobby Kotick, writer of the psychotic email
Yes.
that got this lady to get fired.
According to the boys at Shack News, they're telling me that as further details
Shack
come out
News.
on the regarding of the Wall Street Journal investigation into the allegations of sexual harassment and internal company threats at Activision Blizzard, it would appear that Dan Bunting left Treyarch after 18 years of work with the company working on Call of Duty. Bunting was involved in the reports of sexual harassment incident in which the CEO, Kotick, supposedly intervened in his employment termination at the company. The details came via, ironically enough, the Wall Street Journal, alongside his recent report that not only did the Activision Blizzard CEO cover up the toxic and sexual harassment incidents, but also reportedly threaten an employee. A part that the original report included details of a supposed incident involving Bunting sexually harassing a female project in 2017 after drinks. An internal investigation was launched in 2019. Why the fuck did it took so long? That called for Bunting to be fired, but Kotick intervened to keep him on the board with disciplinary measures. It would seem that despite efforts to keep him on board, as the Wall Street Journal was investigating, he caught his losses, tucked his tail between his legs, and fucking ran.
Fuck.
Oh
Are
yeah!
you fucking serious?
The story is starting to look worse and worse now because already the employees staged that walkout until Kotick fucking leaves or is removed from his role at the company. Despite the allegations that his recent pressure from employees, he has reaffirmed his position that his efforts to make Activision Blizzard a safe and inclusive company
Oh,
are the almost
shit.
priority. Despite this, his exit means another higher up in Activision Blizzard has fucking run. We'll continue to follow the story as it goes, but not only do we have a man who is so fucking twisted that he will happily blame you for what he's doing, we have a man that is covering and protecting possible sexual harassers and threatening his employees. This is the guy in charge. This is the guy that kept the board of directors blind with perfectly good reports and beautiful stock numbers until eventually the news became so goddamn loud that he couldn't be the only source of information they had.
Oh my goodness.
It's
is
worse than
fucking
we could have possibly
disgusting.
imagined.
Far
This is
worse.
fucking disgusting, man.
Yes it is.
Oh my fucking god. This would be like
The corruption of power, my dude. The corruption of power.
mm.
This is a gaming company, by the way. This is supposed to be fucking big. Can you imagine being a woman who loves video games, working your ass off to get into a good technical school, getting hired at Blizzard, the illustrious company, only to spend your entire time being treated like shit by your co-workers?
Hey there, sugar tits, get me that code or you're fired.
Like, bro, it's worse than we could have possibly imagined. And it's gonna keep getting worse because, let's be honest, only now does this information come to light.
Like, okay, yeah, what you just read, along with everything else that we've been covering throughout the majority of this year on Activision Blizzard, it just highlights the huge problem, a really, 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 really big problem. And it's going to reach a tipping point where enough is enough. Something's got to give.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. Not
It's
fast
not getting
enough.
there fast enough.
That being said, this is the part where normally I wouldn't say something like this, but I urge anybody who's listening to this to not spend your money on Blizzard products.
No.
The company clearly doesn't give a shit about its audience. It doesn't give a shit about the workers who are slaving day and night in the coded monkey mines. And the people in charge are, well, quite frankly, pieces of shit. So don't spend your money.
There
on
are
them.
plenty of awesome, popular video games out there for you to enjoy. Do not give your money to Activision Blizzard. No, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. As Angel pointed out, they really don't care. The only thing they care about is lining their pockets. How much money can they make?
I'm
And how
protecting
much
your
shit
own.
can they get away with?
Here's the problem. To be perfectly honest, every video game company is a corporation.
Yes.
Every single one of them is driven primarily
for profit.
for profit because profit is the only way that they can remain in operation.
It's a business,
Now,
not
you
a
can
charity.
have-
Makes sense.
Now you can have people who are self-professed artists, who are
Yes.
in this business solely for the artwork, but
Yes.
artwork doesn't pay the bills.
You gotta eat.
unless you sell the artwork.
I will never judge an artist for selling their work. They
However-
gotta eat.
However, we the Ravens flock, who've been around in this shit for almost 10 years,
I know.
we will never once claim ourselves to be professionals.
or
Look
smart.
at us, for fuck's
Or
sake.
smart.
But you know what we do
Hey,
have?
whoa. Speak for yourself. I'm smart.
But I am you.
Uh,
I'm the cricket in your shoulder. Pinocchio, stop lying. Look, there's another one there.
Pinocchio, lie some more.
We are smart. Guys.
There's
No,
two.
no,
There's two wolves inside of you. They are both fucking insane.
All right, let
no,
one
the
finish
point
his
I'm
point.
making here
Yes.
is that we may not be professionals, we may not be likable, we may not be your favorite YouTubers. God knows, I know that much.
Nonsense, we are
It's
charming.
But you know what we do have? You know what we do actually respect in terms of any sort of business?
Go ahead and say it, Juan. We know it. They need to know it.
Standards!
Yes.
We've got standards, motherfucker! One of those standards is you don't treat your employees like shit!
These are the people that make the product that put you on the map.
Motherfucker! We
You
don't
don't-
treat
you-
our fans like shit. We don't treat our colleagues in the con community like shit. We don't treat our fellow flockers who, despite the fact that we've been
That they deserve some shit.
despite the fact that we haven't been able to get them on camera or help us out with Mac to cons, we're not gonna fucking throw them under the bus and shit all over them for it. God knows we've seen other fucking YouTubers do the same damn thing and do whole hit pieces on their fucking former
Politics.
colleagues.
You know what else?
baby.
You know what else we don't do? If something happens, and we're responsible, we own that shit.
Exactly.
I will never, ever throw anyone, any member of the Ravens flock under the bus. If something happens on my watch, then I will take full responsibility.
I'll be
Except, of
disappointed
course,
you didn't.
for our original fired flocker, Leo de Oliveira. He's fired.
And then he's
Forever.
hired again. And then fire yourself. And then hire yourself. But know that your employment hangs by a thread.
He's fired.
The
Way to
point is,
expose my guilty pleasure.
Okay,
He's
like,
okay.
Leo knows us. He knows we love him.
I know it. Go.
The one on the wall is fucking pink, whatever. But point in case is, we're reaching to the point that Blizzard has become big enough that the reputation of the... We've seen this happen before. We're going to see it happen again. The company has become big
Too
enough...
big to fail? I don't fucking think so.
No. Oh, no, it's already fucking failing, and I hope it continues to do
I hope
so.
it does.
It deserves it. No offense against the many workers there that are just trying to make a living, but you deserve better than this. Here's the point.
Go to
When a
Square
company
Enix,
gets
guys.
big enough,
Go
the
to fucking
reputation
Microsoft.
of the company becomes more valuable than the product of the company. When the brand... Exactly. Thank you, K-Storm. When the brand becomes more powerful than the product, when the Coke tastes like shit, but as long as you slap Coke on it, people keep buying it, that's where the bigger problem stands. Because protecting... Sorry.
Didn't Coke come out with like a chili pepper or like a cinnamon Coke or something, or was that Pepsi?
I think people didn't like that one very much.
I don't like that was like.
To be fair, though, I think that was just an experiment. The
Yeah,
point
it's
is...
like that's the case. Like you don't
experiment failed. But when the company's brand becomes more powerful than the product the company's putting out, shit's gone bad. That's when the company starts losing its vision, the product declines in quality, and the complaints begin to rise because you don't give a fuck about your workers. It also doesn't help that, I wish it didn't get to this point, but the culture of the working video game industry has become a goddamn disaster. Ironically enough, because of Dragon Age.
What?
Really?
Oh, yeah, no.
Hold on, Dragon Age.
You're gonna need to
Inquisition.
elaborate on.
You're gonna
okay,
blame
yeah.
Dragon
You're
Age
gonna
for
have
this?
to.
What?
Okay,
Inquisition.
you need to
No,
elaborate.
let me explain. I'm
Okay,
not
yes,
blaming. I'm not
please.
blaming Dragon Age itself. I'm blaming the developers at Dragon Age Inquisition, the third game. BioWare.
That's BioWare. Those are the guys who made
Allow
the
me
Mass
to
Effect
explain.
games.
You
You
will-
need to.
You will notice that after that game came out, suddenly a lot of complaints began to rise at the company about crunch time. Not just in BioWare, but in many other companies.
Okay.
Here's the problem. During the development time of I was about to say Dragon Ball, Dragon Age Inquisition, they were running very short on time. As in, we are not going to get this done by the release date. So they employed crunch. And the workers were made to stay at terrible hours, working under basically subhuman fucking conditions. This was, by the way, one of the things that caused many of the original members of BioWare to leave. The original BioWare doesn't exist anymore because of this. It was so fucking bad that one of the other developers went on record saying, I hope this fucking game fails so we never have to do something like this again. Dragon Age Inquisition succeeded beyond everyone's wildest expectations. It was so good that it basically convinced the morons upstairs to go, if it works this well, it will work again. And
Let's
as a
keep
result,
torturing our code
Oh my
monkeys.
as a
God.
result, many companies, Western companies, have adopted a culture of just fucking
Can we get
squeezing,
that green disc? That one.
squeezing
Thank you.
the fucking juice out of their workers, putting them under terrible constraints, and they don't care. Because the moment the guys burn out, they can replace them with yet another eager monkey that just escaped programming school.
Oh my God, that is terrible.
The pay ain't even that good, but basically...
What was that song from Beastie Boys? Dance monkey,
Ah, shit!
that funky
Oh,
monkey.
God damn it!
Dance
Not like this!
funky monkey, that funky monkey.
You know what the worst part is? Every time I think about that, all I can imagine is that song from the ending of the Lara Croft movie. Remember that song? Where's your head at?
Where's
Have you
your
ever
head
seen the
at?
music
I
video?
have. It's monkeys.
Have you seen the video?
Where's your head
It
at?
has
head
monkeys
at?
with human
Where's
faces.
your
It's
head
fucking
at, head
terrifying.
at?
God.
But
Yes,
yeah,
I have.
basically, the success, the incredible success of Dragon Age Inquisition destroyed the all BioWare team, spread a horrible, toxic culture of crunch that admittedly was around, but wasn't that prevalent, and resulted in both amazing games being made and a lot of really good programmers getting so burned out they will never work on this industry again. And of course, Blizzard chased the trend. And that's why many of their content right now feels so rushed and crappy, because they only care about putting it out as quickly as possible. You know, we had a warning sign of this. Sonic 2006.
Oh my
Fuck!
God.
And nobody learned their lesson.
Fucking hell! How the hell you brought that back to Sonic 06?
Why, Angel?
That is artful, motherfucker. Oh my God.
There
You
are
know what?
there are some good news regarding Sonic. The Xbox has actually gotten quite a bit of goodwill from the gamers because they brought back the game for the Xbox Gold and they remastered it at 60 FPS. Runs like a dream. Beautiful stuff.
I'll have to check that out.
Folks, we want to hear what you think about this fucking smorgasbord of Activision Blizzard news. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know if you're watching the live stream. Hit us in the comments there. If you're watching on the replay, tell us there. Holy shit!
Yeah, that
Holy
is
shit.
a lot.
Okay,
It was
you
bad
ran long
and
on
didn't
that one
get
though.
worse.
but
You
like-
did, and you know what? That's perfectly fine. We got 15 minutes left.
I still got that other piece of news about Grand Theft
Real
Auto.
quick.
Real
please.
quick. Go ahead.
15 minutes more than enough. So, because the video game industry is not done shitting itself.
Apparently
I
not.
apologize. This was supposed to be the rarest vlog, but it has turned into the Angel show. I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up, Angel.
Just keep talking,
God
dude.
almighty.
Shut up. Keep talking.
Exactly. No.
So let's talk about Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Remastered Edition. So as you know, that game is about to get a remastered edition. And if you know how the
No.
industry works right now,
No.
if your first reaction is in
No.
wariness followed by fear,
No.
then you're in the wrong country, buddy.
No.
So get this shit.
Wrong.
You know how it was supposed to be. You know, everybody expected, yeah, okay, you know, smooth out the textures, make the game look a little better, but overall, keep it the same. That's how a good remake gets done, right? Fuck you.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen.
No, it's worse. It's so much worse. Joe, you don't know. You haven't seen the pictures, have
Oh,
you?
you're gonna
I don't
love
think
this,
I
Joe.
have.
Okay, let me put it this way. Imagine seeing, you see the Ravens flock here. You see how we're sort of at 480p
Yes.
streaming live?
Yeah.
Right? Now, instead of looking like us here on our native, the full high resolution over here, imagine they just took that and used the blur tool from Photoshop and just smudged out anything involving
Everything.
any.
Oh wait,
kind
Angel showed me a
of
picture of that.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Oh, it gets,
Everything looks like Play-Doh.
it
Everything
gets
looks
worse.
like a bad PBS animation show.
But it gets worse, because of course it does.
How much fucking worse?
Well, you see,
God.
like
No,
every
I
other
just asked
project,
the
it
word.
begins with the two words that you expect the least, and that is corporate fuckery. To begin with, everybody knew something went wrong when the old versions of the games were conspicuously removed from the digital stores. As in, that's right, we're gonna make you buy this version and nothing else.
So they kind of went the George Lucas route of like, oh no, the original cut of Star Wars isn't the real one. The special edition's the only one you need.
To be fair,
Because of
though,
course they
to be
did.
fair though, George is not gonna force me to throw away my old copies.
True.
George is not gonna come to my house, kick the door down, and go, "Stop watching that."
As a matter of fact, he went out of his way later when he did DVD re-releases. Like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys two versions. I'm gonna give you guys my updated special edition versions with updated special effects,
Yeah, there you
and
go.
I'll just give you a clean remaster
There you
of the
go.
original version.
So yeah, say what you will
Enjoy.
about Georgie, but he at least knows what
He
the
learned
fans
his
want.
lesson.
He learned. Not so much for these guys. So first off, remove the old versions. First off, go legally after a bunch of modders that took the old versions and basically gave it a little enhance to the sprites. That's right, attack fan projects, just like Nintendo likes to do. But then it gets better. So apparently they use an algorithm, a computer program, to smooth out the graphics. And the computer program is, well, it's not a human being. So the computer program sees these admittedly very good looking but somewhat outdated PS2 graphics and goes, you know what, this is a bunch of polygons, but okay, more polygons is better. So if I just fucking triplicate the number of polygons and increase the vertices, everything will look better. And as a result, all the characters look like they either have Down syndrome or they are covered in Vaseline or both. And then
They look like bad Sesame Street CG animation.
and it gets
and
worse.
Sesame Street does good CG animation
Yeah.
when they use it.
And it gets worse because the rig models are not meant to handle that level of polygons. It results in characters having double jointed elbows, necks and heads turning into fucking pinheads, shit breaking every 5 seconds, and one of my favorite glitches: your car can increase in size the moment you wiggle it.
Fucking hell.
Get this.
Fuck that shit.
So I don't know anything about programming, so if anybody here does, I apologize because I'm going to fucking butcher your
I
terminology.
know enough about programming to say that this is a fucking nightmare.
This is beautiful. So let's say we had the model of a car.
Yep.
And the car model has a rig that has the value of 0.0.
Yeah.
And when you drive the car in a straight line, it remains at 0.0.
Okay.
When you turn to the right, it becomes 0.0001 because the model has changed position. It's now a vertical in that direction.
Right.
And when you straighten the car, it's supposed to reset to 0.0. It doesn't.
It increases the size
Eventually,
and it stretches it out.
that 0.001 begins to add up, and the more you wiggle, your car starts to get so big, it literally
it
doesn't
uses the power
fit.
of momentum to increase its strength and becomes a gargantuan fuck model of death that envelops the entire screen.
Fun fact.
I'm sorry, no, I'm not drunk or high enough for this shit.
But wait, there's more.
Man.
But wait,
Fuck it.
there's more.
There's more.
No.
Oh, by the way, do you know what other game had that glitch before?
Why?
Of all of them, Twilight Princess.
Really?
Yes. In the older version of the game, when Link
Hold on.
grabbed the
There's
rupee,
two versions. There's the GameCube port and the
I don't
Wii
think they
version.
ever fixed it in either. So when Link grabs a rupee, his model doesn't readjust back to 0.0, so it slowly moves. So if you leave him there in that animation, you can speed run the whole game as his still model clips through the entire world. You can beat Twilight Princess in 2 hours by standing perfectly still.
What?
Speedrun tech.
Woo! What?
But wait, go back to GTA all of a sudden.
What?
So for starters, we fucked up the rain, so now it looks like milk. Also, the rain is so thick you can barely see anything.
No, no, Jose, don't do it.
Cast
the
them
world
into the
still
fire.
needs your anger.
Do it. Cast them into
Sometimes
the
you
fire.
just need to let things burn.
But it gets better.
No, you don't want
So
this, Jose.
you're gonna love this. The
Just say
rain,
no.
the rain model is going at 60 FPS, so it's going so fast, it's bouncing off and going up. So the rain is twice as thick for no reason.
It becomes hail.
Yeah.
It becomes digital hail.
On a slightly more fucked up level, they also removed all the fog. This is actually bad because A, the fog in San Andreas was meant to be both a limitation of the software and an artistic decision because it's meant to obscure the city and make it seem bigger than it is. Without the fog, the entire horizon appears before you as a flat plane. And when you fly a plane outside of the city, all you see is a square in an empty blue ocean. It's like a fucking Google Maps image.
Oh my god, I'm not ready for that. Go
Because
on.
Minecraft. And because I'm not
can't hear
done
you.
hurting you, because I wish
You're
to
too
go
far
on
from the mic. They
hurting
can't hear you. Holy shit. Okay, so there's like Minecraft.
Yeah, we got 8 minutes. Go
Oh,
ahead,
God.
continue
8
hurting us.
minutes, more than enough.
Continue. I don't give a fuck
So for
anymore.
starters,
Kill me.
unfortunately, we're also suffering from the other reason why you want to always hang on to your... Remember this lesson from your friends at the Raven's Lock. Never, ever
No, watch out.
let go of your
The
physical
world
copies.
still needs you.
Because we
to
live in a
run these
world...
sons of bitches down.
We live in a world where the Metal Gear
Give me that. Give me that.
Digital Edition had to be removed from the store because we needed to renew
nope,
the
nope.
license
If
on
anybody's gonna
artistic,
do it to you, it's me.
licensed historical footage, which apparently can be licensed for some... Whatever.
That is
Point in
it.
cases...
Yeah, no, that historical footage you can license. No, you license that out from stock photo.
Well, put it
companies.
back. It's historical. Goddamn. Whatever.
Yeah, like it's that's
It's
fine, at
goddamn
least.
stupid, though.
No, it's stupid, but those licenses can only last for a period of time.
The point is, you gotta keep your physical copies specifically for this. Guess what?
What?
25 tracks of licensed music have been removed from the game.
Ugh.
One of the most iconic moments in San Andreas is after you basically are... you had that introduction of, this is you, this is your lonely life, you're completely fucked, you gotta make something out of yourself. And when you walk down, I will never forget that. You know why?
Why?
Because when I was a wee lad playing that game on my PS2, Billie Jean started to play. As you got in your car and drove out, and it was a really fucking cool moment. Guess what isn't there?
What isn't there?
Billie Jean.
Ugh.
Licensed music, gone.
Paul
Graphics,
McCartney, I know
gone.
that you own the license for the entire discography and music of Michael Jackson. You don't need the money.
And then
You
came
can go ahead and let
the good shit.
these guys get
The good
license
shit?
back.
Oh, that's right. We're not done with design
Oh,
flaws.
God
It's
damn it,
time
Angel.
for
We're almost out of time.
game.
Come on, help me out.
This is the last one. Are you ready for game crashing bugs too?
I give up.
So,
Fucking give up.
amazing YouTuber Joel from Vinesauce played the game. And he got in front of a vending machine and drank soda for 50 minutes. Guess what happened after that?
What?
The game crashed his entire PS5. The whole thing. Fucked.
We're out.
Turns out that
Oh!
when you drink the soda, it adds a little value, but the value doesn't reset. So the more you add, the more memory it takes. The more you add, the more memory it takes. Until eventually, drinking soda for an hour fucking destroyed his console. So shit was so bad that they removed this version of the game from the store and they brought back the old ones. It got DMC5'd. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest story you will never hear again.
I'm fucking done. All right, I
So
think.
am I. I'm
Like,
fucking
folks,
All right,
tell
let's-
us what you think about this fucking
Fire.
catastrophe of the remaster of the Grand Theft
Just
Auto
keep getting
game.
worse.
Let us know in the comments right now, or let us know in the comments during the replay. I personally actually enjoyed Grand Theft Auto 3 when I played it.
It's a wonderful game. Just
It
don't
is.
play the new one.
No, of course not.
It's
I'll
fucked.
Stick with the classics.
It's so fucking.
Everybody looks like soap.
Everyone looks like bad soap carvings. Is what they look like.
All right, folks, that pretty much wraps up for this week. As I
You
mentioned,
sure you don't have anything you want to add, Jose? I got
Some
nothing.
news about WWE.
All right, fine. I
About
guess
the
I'll.
roster.
Fine.
Go
That
ahead.
is if I'm not going to get any.
Here. This should.
No, you don't have to. Juan, you can comment.
Just did.
No, you can comment on
You
it too,
can
because I actually
become.
want to hear your thoughts too. Yes. So Thursday we had another round of releases from the WWE. More talent has been fired due to budget cuts, and this literally happened in a span of 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, they released 18 wrestlers. This brings a total of 26 wrestlers released from the WWE in a span of 2 weeks.
In a
span of 2 weeks.
You said
Imagine-
span.
Sorry.
So they're
They are
compressed.
being
meat.
turned into ham in can.
Yes, they are. They
Can't
might as
handle
well
it.
be. And yes, the reason that they were given in a company email from WWE executive John Laurinaitis was budget cuts.
Bullshit, more like.
However, there are several reasons about it. I'm not going to go down the whole goddamn list.
Give
'cause
us your
that'll-
theory, though.
I'll give no. I'll tell you what I know only from the more semi-popular names that are on the list, because you're not going to see a Rock or Roman Reigns or John Cena on the list, but people that were hyped up to be a big deal. First of all, the guy who was released 2 weeks ago, Keith Lee, the Limitless One, the former
showed me the
NXT
picture.
champion. Yeah, no, that's
That was a
Karrion
different
Kross.
guy. My bad.
Keith Lee was he is a tremendous athlete. Despite his size, he is able to move so freaking well, and he cuts his promos so brilliantly in NXT. And they brought him up as a big deal, the Limitless Keith Lee, because there is nothing he can't do
That's an amazing
in the
name, though.
ring.
The Limitless.
And then he got demoted up to the main roster where he became Bearcat Lee. And then they had him speak with a very strange way of speaking. And they had him wear weird purple overalls and they
But
shaved
why?
his goatee.
But why?
Because they were trying to repackage
They
him
turn
to-
him into an Oompa Loompa. How the fuck does that work?
All right. Now, from what I've read from one of the journalists, Andrew
Journalists.
Zarian, he actually came out. He actually spoke to a source that gave him details about what happened with Keith Lee. Apparently, he had perceived a negative attitude backstage. Apparently, he didn't want to lose any matches on Raw or in NXT. But again, that's a rumor.
How much you want to
Take it
bet
for
all
what
he
it-
did was shit talk the management?
Yeah, and then he released a statement basically saying that, last month, there wasn't a guarantee that he was going to be alive because he did, him and his real-life wife, Mia Yim, who was also released, they came down with the coronavirus.
Fuck.
Yeah.
They caught the Rona. They beat the Rona, but then they got beaten down by Johnny Laryngitis.
That's
And
so.
some-
I'm going to show you
bullshit.
John Laurinaitis when we go off air so you can see exactly the kind of guy we're
I can
dealing
already
with.
imagine
Yeah.
him.
With Keith Lee, he also released in his statement. He also made mention, not directly, but he also mentioned that he covered his own medical expenses during the time he caught COVID, and he also mentioned that he thought it was funny that people assumed that his medical expenses were covered, meaning that he was hinting that the WWE never paid for any of his expenses.
Are we really surprised that the WWE treats his stardom like shit?
Yeah.
Like, at this point, are we really surprised? If anything, if WWE stepped up to actually cover someone's medical expenses, I would be surprised then. These are the people that saw fucking CM Punk grow a goddamn T-virus infection on the side of his ribs and went, fuck, I just slap a band-aid on it.
Thank you for
Literally
that, by the way.
slap a Band-Aid and give him a Z-Pack.
Man is turning into a tyrant before your very eyes, and you're like, just spray some Windex, you'll go away.
You know, they actually did, someone actually made a fucking meme of that where they take a picture of CM Punk and they actually zombified him.
Yeah.
And underneath, you have the fucking picture of that fucking stupid doctor. Just have a Z-Pack, he'll feel okay.
Now, with Karrion Kross, he is another guy who they were trying to build as a big star.
I told you
and
about
I showed
Karrion
you a
Kross.
picture
Yeah,
of Karrion Kross.
they
Like
fucked him up.
Him and his beautiful blonde bombshell wife, Scarlett Bordeaux.
They were a complete
deserve-
package.
Like the two of them together. I've said this before. I'll say it again. They have the style, the presence, the beautiful sculpted bodies of they deserve
Of
to be
Greek statues.
No. They deserve to be on the front cover of every GQ magazine
Damn.
ever,
That
forever.
good, huh?
Yeah, no, the guy looks fucking stylish when he's just in a really well cut suit and he's got a fucking Rolex on.
Oh, he's
His
got
wife,
style.
They
exactly.
got style, and they are a complete package. And as soon as he made his debut in NXT in 2020,
They made him look like fucking
they made
Zardoz with a red
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
leather
no,
draper.
hang on. This is before that. In NXT 2020, they built him as an undefeatable monster. He basically ran through the entire roster. They strapped a rocket to his back. They were ready to push him to the moon.
Sounds like a pretty good way. So what happened?
So he was sidelined with an injury. Then he came back in NXT, and he was crowned NXT champion.
Sick.
And then he was meant to be called up to the main roster. Him, not Scarlett.
Not his. Here
Look
they
at
are.
that fucking.
That is
Look at that
Karrion
album
Kross
cover.
and Scarlett Bordeaux. This is the
You're
dude.
not gonna be able to see it, but yeah, go on.
No, this is the dude. He looks like $1 million, right?
Yeah, no, it looks like a romance novel
She
cover.
looks like she's a Maxim hottie forever, for
Yes.
life. Here, he's just wearing a fucking polo shirt.
I love the double scowl they got going on. That's
Yeah.
That is some fucking couple goals right there,
like,
man.
look, this is him with Scarlett and Triple H in the middle.
Frown harder.
This is obviously like this is just a fucking regular photos
that's
of them.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't they fucking
Holy
look like they
shit.
should be? She needs to be on every Maxim cover forever.
That
all
ass
right?
is made
He
of
needs to
steel.
be. he-
Maxim
Maxim
centerfold.
centerfold.
But let me
Yes.
get. But
But
let me
that's-
continue.
So you
but,
were
like,
going.
This is just them.
All right.
Just shooting the breeze,
I
looking
know.
like $1 million.
Oh, he was
Now-
shooting something, all right.
All right. So and then after he was called up to the main roster while still NXT champion, his downfall began. He lost his very first match to a 40-plus something year old Jeff Hardy in
For the
3
record-
minutes.
For the record, Jeff Hardy's a legend. He's an icon. He deserves.
But 3 minutes,
but,
though.
like, come on, 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Not even a.
So
competitive
by
match?
rolling him up to win.
So this is basically one of those, these guys looking hot, but I don't want the old dudes to look bad. So fuck you, you're losing now.
And then after he lost the NXT championship on NXT Takeover 36,
Which is fine. You're
which is-
supposed to, if you're gonna go to the next roster, if you're the champion, pass the championship over to the next guy. Make sure that you make him look good on the
Makes
way out.
sense.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
and then after that, when he finally fully integrated himself into the Raw roster, the WWE were trying to find ways to repackage him to make him marketable.
And they turned him into a gimp.
They turned him
They
into
turned
a
him
gimp.
into a
They
gimp with a
slapped him
red
with
leather diaper.
helmet and a leather diaper and a freaking X sash, and
The
it
gun
looked
is good.
horrible.
The penis is
evil.
bad.
It looked absolutely
Zardos.
horrible. K-Storm is giving me the vomit emoji
She's
right
going,
now.
like, you want to know what this alleged idea was going to be?
What was the
That
idea?
allegedly they were going to eventually bring Scarlett Bordeaux up, and she was going to be the woman who unleashes him from this
The beauty
weird
to his beast.
exactly
The
like
Jane
she,
to his King Kong.
like
Unleash
his-
the warrior inside him.
like that she would reveal the manly, sexy, brawny man that he really is and unleash this stupid fucking thing of him like, no, you don't need to be restrained from this. You are a titan, and I shall be your Persephone, your
Get in
muse
the
who
wrestling
will-"
ring with the Jaegers.
Ah,
Ah.
Like, that would have been fine if they
Interesting
didn't
idea.
fire them both.
So interesting idea. Cut it off right before the execution.
oh yeah, no, definitely. And
Like, you know what? But that's an allegation of what was supposedly going to be. We got no guarantee that was even what they were going to
Yep.
do.
Yeah.
But that's what I would have done because, like, okay, if you must gimp him, only gimp him for a little bit. Bring the sexy wife
Can
up.
you at least
bring
try
them
to
up
make the
together as a team.
restraints look cool? Put some fucking chains or something in there.
And the
Yeah, for
final
real.
thing that I'm going to talk about is the group Hit Row.
You are so hot for them too. Like
If you've been
Isaiah
watching-
Swerve
Come
Scott,
on,
who
even
actually-
them.
Yeah, they're
they were a rap group who
they
came
were
together.
a rap group, and they were pretty white hot in NXT. It consists of Isaiah Swerve Scott, Ashante Diadonis, a big guy they had on the team called Top Dollar, and they had a female part of the Hit Row. Her name was
Look at these
B-Fab.
motherfuckers.
There's Hit
I can
Row.
hear the Anarchy Reign soundtrack just going off in the background.
Bro,
They were badass.
They were
Why
badass.
would
They're
why
all
would
gone
you,
now.
why would you take wrestling from the streets like this?
Okay.
Did we forget backyard wrestling for a reason?
They belonged in the streets, and that's where apparently they sent them.
God
All right,
damn
now,
it!
Now let me break it down. For BFAB was released first 2 weeks ago. She apparently was released right after signing a new deal with the WWE after the Hit Row was called up to SmackDown,
What the hell, man?
which makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. What the fuck? Explain this course of action. This makes no sense.
Now the other guys in Hit Row. Now this one's specific. The big guy, Top Dollar, actually caught some heat after he released a diss video against WWE Indian wrestler Jinder Mahal, and he made some racial comments during his rap video, which forced him to pull down the entire video
Ah,
together.
come on. You're supposed to shit on your opponent. That's how you turn the audience against you. Fucking guys, you're on stage. You're doing a play. You're not supposed to be attacked for reading the script. What the fuck?
And according to grain of salt, Meltzer on this
Dave
week's
Meltzer.
Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer newsletter, he actually mentioned that Vince McMahon is very high on big guys. He's very high on Top Dollar because he's a big dude, and they were trying to find ways to push him as part of Hit Row because all the other guys are not as big as him.
Literally.
Yeah, but he also had an attitude problem backstage. He didn't get along with everybody on the roster.
Well, shit.
So, and this diss track was just a last final straw. They let him go, and since they let him go, they let the other two guys go because of that.
God damn it. So once again, excellently good potential for either heels or a face or just good wrestlers in general. Thrown to the curve so we can save a few more Valuzas in the red line. Are we really surprised or are we just disappointed?
I'm just fucking done with these stupid releases because they seem to come out right when the WWE has their next round of like conference calls with their investors. Like,
Yep.
look at this wonderful
Their
amount of
quarterly
money
earnings
we've
calls.
made.
Every single time.
We made so many millions of dollars by firing everybody else
imagine-
on this one. And look at all the money we spent on nothing. Which we gotta
Dude, think about it for a chance. The average 9 to 5 has a lower firing rate than the WWE. Think about that for a second. Because at least in the average job, if they let you go, it's because you fucked up real bad. Here, they let you go literally because the money isn't high enough.
Yeah, pretty freaking
We
much.
can't afford to buy 5 gold jets instead of 3 solid platinum ones. Someone's gotta go.
They've been let go of the WWE. They each have a they depending on where they were, they have a 30-day or a 90-day no compete clause, which means they can't appear
Bullshit.
anywhere else for 3 months.
Bullshit.
Imagine
And that's 3 months of pay.
Imagine having a worse
Bullshit.
work policy than fucking Caesar's Pizza.
Ugh.
Bullshit.
Imagine being fired from Caesar's and being told you can't work anywhere else that makes pizza.
And mind you, this is probably going to keep continuing. This is going to be a regular occurrence. They're going to continue.
Oh,
cutting
of course they will. And but that brings the question though: if you're only left with a very small roster, won't the audience get tired of seeing the same guys over and
You
over?
don't
again?
understand. It's entertaining.
But listen,
It's entertaining.
but rice and chicken is
I
good.
said it's entertaining.
Your quads are exploding again. Please cut that out. Listen, point is, you can only eat so
Go eat a
much
beef
rice.
wrap.
You can only eat so much rice and chicken before you get
That's
sick and
such
tired
good
of rice and chicken.
shit.
Your quads? I digress.
All right, let's get off this because
I'm
I'm
going
done
to
talking
put
about.
sauce inside my mouth.
I'm done talking about this crap. And thank you all for tuning in on this week's edition. Hang on a-
K-Storm.
a
No,
subtle
actually,
hint of
thank you,
sweetness
K-Storm.
with a tiny spice at the end.
Lady
And
Very
like I
good
said,
stuff.
Lady Baron saying, didn't know you guys did K-pop news.
Oh,
we-
yeah, we don't talk about it often. We don't talk about it a lot. But
Usually
we do
because it ends in violence.
Thanks, Angel.
He's not wrong.
But we do to mention it every now and then. Now, getting back on it, we do appreciate everybody tuning in and watching the show and leaving the comments during the stream. Like I said, we will be at Holiday Matsuri December 17th through the 19th, so stop by and say hi. We will not be streaming during Christmas weekend and New Year's weekend because those are holidays and
Those
those
are
are times
sacred.
when we are with our loved ones.
We may be doing the Thanksgiving weekend, though, because, I mean, we're fine with that.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, dude. Next Friday, after Black
We
Friday.
need help getting off of the itis.
If
Oh,
the
yeah,
iris
absolutely.
doesn't kill us on the way there. Also, we need a distraction to not do Black Friday. We don't need it anymore. We can buy shit online.
Absolutely.
But
And-
sometimes the blood of the warrior that sings within you makes you understand that if you combine the numbers, you realize that the odds are not in your favor.
I'm a genetic freak.
All right,
and I'm
let's
not normal.
whoa, we're not going there, buddy. We're not going there. NXT
Hang on,
killed
I
it
need
for
to
me.
postulate some more so my mantids
Except
can
Keith,
pulsate
you
at
take-
higher frequency.
Look, 33, like 1/3% chance of winning. And it takes
Okay,
that
now I'm
to my
unplugging your mic.
75% chance of winning. I can't believe
I'm gonna get that turkey.
30% chance of winning. It's sacrifice.
All
All
right,
right.
silencio,
The numbers don't
everybody.
lie.
Juancho, silencio, por favor.
Gracias por
All
unirse a
right.
nosotros aquí en el Ravens Flock.
Yes, thank you very much for tuning in. Juan, plug us away.
Thank you very
Shoot,
much for
fam.
watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, and yours truly, Juan Arouse. Join us every Saturday night at 7:30 Eastern Time as we simulcast on Twitch and YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Don't forget that if you're watching us, hit us up on the comments while we're live on the chat. We will discuss whatever you wish. We will answer whatever questions you have. And we hope that you will engage with us as we bring to you the latest news in geek culture, cosplay, movies, comics, pro wrestling news, fucking K-pop news, everything under the sun that involves geek culture. Because since we've been saying since 2013, we the Ravens Block have been making it your voice our mission, and we invite you to tune in every single Saturday night. Until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online, Twitch.tv/The Ravens Flock Online, and of course, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/The Ravens Flock. home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in on another exciting edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are the Ravens Flock, and we are out.